Hi guys, Olivia here again with God Time for Moms. And today I'm going to be honoring the life of this beautiful woman, Alberta Williams, affectionately known as Pastor Williams to me. And she was there for me and my family in a time of my life when I was looking to dedicate my children back to the Lord. I went to some very prominent churches in the community that told me, I had to be a member of the church. But Pastor Williams, she gracefully accepted the task of dedicating my children back to the Lord. And so for that, I was always very grateful to her. You know, she put aside, the politics of church, and she dedicated our children. So Pastor Williams, she was 93 years young when she passed, but she definitely lived a life of service and a life of love. And she was the type of person that, was always on the run, always going, living full out in her purpose of loving people, serving people, and helping people. And so I asked myself as I attended her service, what kind of life, or legacy would I want to leave? What would I like people, or what would I want people to say about the kind of life that I lived and how this beautiful woman served as such an example for us women, young women, in between aged women, and even older women, of how we should never stop, living, learning, striving, to be the best versions of who we are as individuals. And what also comes to mind is a Proverbs woman, a woman who fears the Lord. So I'm going to read from Proverbs chapter 31, verses 10 through 31. An excellent wife, who can find? She is far more precious than jewels. The heart of a husband trusts in her, and he will have no lack of gain. She does him good and not harm all the days of her life. She seeks wool and flax and works with willing hands. She is like the ships of the merchant. She brings her food from afar. She rises while it is yet night and provides food for her household and portions for her maidens. She considers a field and buys it. With the fruit of her hands, she plants a vineyard. She dresses herself with strength and makes her arms strong. She perceives that her merchandise is profitable. Her lamp does not go out at night. She puts her hands to the staff, and her hands hold the spindle. She opens her hand to the poor and reaches out her hands to the needy. She is not afraid of snow for her household, and for all in her household are clothed in scarlet. She makes bed coverings for herself. Her clothing is fine linen and purple, which happened to be one of her favorite colors, by the way. Her husband is known in the gates when he sits among the elders of the land. She makes linen garments and sells them. She delivers sashes to the merchant. Strength and dignity are her clothing, and she laughs at the time to come. She opens her mouth with wisdom, and the teaching of kindness is on her tongue. She looks well to the ways of her household and does not eat the bread of idleness. Her children rise up and call her blessed, her husband also, and he praises her. Many women have done excellently, but you, Pastor Williams, you surpass them all. Charm is deceitful and beauty is vain, but a woman who fears the Lord is to be praised. Give her of the fruit of her hands, and let her works praise her in the gates. So this is a woman that I admired, that I loved. It's always a bittersweet moment, but I know she's definitely in a better place, and I look forward to seeing her one day. So, moms, how can we learn from the life of this beautiful woman? What are some of the things we can take from her life and apply them to our own life to be, women who fear God, or women who serve tirelessly, or women who love and women who give. Think about how this applies to your life today. And then think about, what do you want to be said in the future when that day comes? Because it will come, and we will all have to face that day. So be encouraged, moms. Live a life of honor, live a life of purpose, and live a life of love. Not just in serving our children or our families, but serving others. So this is Olivia from God Times with Moms. God bless.